Hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about colors and why I use a lot of colors in my painting. This conversation is not just about the technical elements of the colors in my painting. It is more about the emotional language that each color represents and the reason behind why I choose a specific color in each one of my paintings. Because the way I see it is more like a spiritual journey that each color expresses in each painting. It's like a spiritual compass telling the stories behind each color. I basically use color and choose different colors in my painting as a way to leave the energy when I feel low and vice versa. This piece in here that I'm working is part of my new summer collection, and in this painting, like many others, I use a combination of yellow, orange, blue, green, and white. And each one of those paintings and the color that each painting has means something to me. And there is a reason behind I choose them. These colors hold stories. They also carry memories. And by the way, they also change how I feel. So I believe they do the same thing to the viewers of my paintings, to the people who appreciate each color that I put in each painting. By the way, I love using these because if you're working with oil, it helps to dry faster and also it gives like that beautiful glow that otherwise you will not get it. It is like those little things that you find in your journey of painting. And the same thing happens with brushes. Sometimes you find that specific brush that you love that helps you navigate the canvas throughout with such a flexibility. It is lovely. And going back to colors, I started paying special attention to how colors affect me a few years ago. There were days I felt low in energy. Probably you're familiar with one of those days that you might feel motivated or perhaps disconnected. But just looking at a vibrant painting or even picking up a brush shifts my mood, my energy level. So I realized how color is a way of healing for me. It's like a medicine to my soul. It's like a loud voice, but harmoniously balanced the sounds surrounding that voice. It's not a lecture, it's more like a feeling. And as someone who often navigate emotions through art, I naturally begin reaching for colors that give me a sense of lightness, of joy, of happiness, of balance, and of course, colors that can help me to be grounded. That's where these palettes, yellow, orange, blue, white, green, I realize those colors play a vital part in my pieces, in the artwork that I create, because they mean something more than this color to me. It's funny, I have my own little theory in relation to colors. I think that yellow and orange and those type of colors, they are kind of the colors of energy, joy, renewal, and of course much more. Because when you look at yellow, I think yellow is like a sunlight, a sun ray touching your face. It's like taking a long breath and just holding it in you and feeling that warmth inside you. Although it is a bright and bold color, I think yellow is unapologetic. And when I'm painting with it, I feel like I'm calling the sun inside my thoughts. It reminds me of the endless possibilities. It reminds me of those mornings full of energy. It reminds me you always have the opportunity for a new beginning. And then, when you look at the orange colors, which for me is the color of courage, it is bolder than yellow.
Oh, you cannot come here. No,
My lovely
you
dog,
stay there.
Fuji, he loves hanging out when I'm doing something. He probably thinks it's playing time. He's such a lovely doggy. Oh, he's not a doggy, he's a huge dog. But he's so sociable. And the funny part about Richie, he's such a people's dog, but because he's so big, people get intimidated when he approaches them. So, I have to kind of figure out sometimes letting people know he's a good dog when they see him, because everybody kind of gets scared of him. But he's such a lovely doggy, and he loves being pet. And the thing is, for such a huge dog like him, it's hard for people to just go naturally and just go and pet him. So it's just like all the time I had to be kind of working with his socialization skills and all of that. But he's such a lovely dog. He brings so much love and happiness and joy here to me, my son, and my neighbors, and also my mom that live close by. So it is a blessing. So going back to the colors, when you see me using um, yellow, orange together, I'm basically layering emotions, meaning like hope, bravery, softness, and fire. That's why sometimes I also splash some blue, white, those colors to kind of balance everything out. And It's how I paint joy even when life feels heavy. It's like a way of saying we might have chaotic around us or inside us in our thoughts, but there is also a place to balance those thoughts. There is a place to find peace, to calm our mind. Those thoughts that perhaps they are not real, those thoughts of fear, of insecurity, of anger, disdain, all of those negative thoughts that sometimes come to us. It is a way of balance all of them. So yellow brings so much more than what you see in that color. They both bring into a canvas that beautiful expression of together we can create something beautiful. Here's Richie again. I might have to move outside because I just want to be part of this. But the thing is, today I was planning to paint outside, but we are expecting rainy. And although I love painting outside because the natural light helps me to kind of moving this thing around. I hope they will create this thing easier to put it back together and move it around. I mean, it's not hard. It's just like because you have the 3 legs and then you have to kind of balance them out and all of that. But it's not hard. It's just, Richie brought this in the square outside. Just give me 1 second. Okay. By the way, blue, as you can see here in this painting, blue is different because blue is a quiet color. It is the long exhale after a storm. If you think about, it's the color of the ocean. You know what? Let me just fix this so you can see better because I feel like I'm locking the camera. Aw, Richie, you're taking a little break. That's why he wanted to come inside. Because he needed his little break. He's such a lovely baby. He's just like there meditating. Oh, he's meditating. He's such a funny doggy, I'm telling you. So anyway, going back to the blue color, it's like when you feel sad, it helps to kind of hold your sadness harmoniously, reaching for something positive around you.
Yeah.
It reminds us that emotions are allowed to flow, like ideas, like the waves in the ocean. But at the same time, is finding ways of balancing those emotions. It's kind of building up layers of coping skills to handle those emotions when those emotions are trying to deviate really far from the center, from that harmonious play or that balance layer that helps us to continue to try to pursue our dreams, our goals, to set up goals and push through adversities to reach those goals, to see, okay, Richie is back. Sorry for the distraction. I'm telling you, it's just he is. I'm telling you. Sorry, yeah, my son and Richie having a conversation. Anyway, let's go back to my lovely blue color that I was talking. I love adding blue when I want to balance the warmth in yellow and orange. But you also have to be careful because you don't want to kind of the color to one color to take over the other. It is beautiful when you harmoniously balance everything out. Because if you think about the blue color, give a space to the other colors to flow, but also to shine without overwhelming. There is a reason why certain institutions use specific colors in their design and how strategically those colors are placed in a specific place in the space.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be raining all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Starting the whole day until like
Jesus, Lord, Richie. Oh my God. Richie, there is a word that is called excuse me. Talk about the color of green. Because we've been talking about yellow, orange, blue. But what about green? What is the specific magic behind the color green that we see, perceive, feel? Green is like the bridge between earth and spirit. It reminds me of nature. Just look outside right now. You see all that nature right there, all that greenery there. It is a sense of life, of growth, of being present, of being alive, of freshness. When I paint with green, it feels like I'm planting something, even if it's just in my mind, in my thoughts. A new thought emerges, a new season begins. Green is the color of becoming, begins, a new chapter, a new idea, a new thought is growing. And by the way, since it's not raining here, let's just go outside and enjoy the weather while it lasts. It's beautiful now, so let's hope that it stays like that a little longer so I can catch the beautiful light.
And the dog is coming back.
In this summer collection, green plays a special important part because I'm using it to connect with nature, with trees, with leaves, and of course, remember the coconut tree, which it is featured throughout this series it is gonna be amazing because it helps us remember how to root ourselves in something quiet and also in something real and beautiful. And of course, we also need to talk about the beautiful color of white because white is often overlooked in painting, but not in my studio. Because white is the color of space, of stillness, of what hasn't been said yet. Have you think about how we start painting? We have a white canvas in front of us, open to receive stories, to create memories. And we can decide what type of memories we choose to place in there, in our life. That doesn't mean that sometimes life doesn't throw us into things that sometimes you are not expecting or looking for. And to be fair, sometimes even if you're looking for, you will still have the ability to reshape who you are today. You are, and only you, the architect of the life that you wish you want to have. You are the only architect of the life that you want to live. You have the ability to reshape your thoughts, your imagination, your reality, your future. You have every tool that is needed for you to become the reality that you want to build for yourself, for your family, for your children. You also have the ability to forgive yourself and to rebirth within you. For example, here's Richie regenerating himself. Look at him. He has the ability to wake up from that beautiful dream, from that beautiful sleeping stage that he is at this moment, and wake up being energetic, being rested. Same thing happens with us. Sometimes we have to give ourselves that space that we need to regenerate within ourselves, to allow space to regrow, to becoming that person that once upon a time you dreamed about being that person. Therefore, this beautiful color represents more than that because it has the ability to harmoniously engage as a spiritual bridge. It gives room for everything else to exist. It says you don't have to be full noise to be powerful. To me, this beautiful color, this beautiful neutral color, this beautiful bright and light color represents peace, healing, a space to add in your life what you wanted in your life and to remove from your life the things that you don't want in your life. And the openness to start again. This whole painting you're seeing now, this piece that is part of my summer collection, features a coconut tree. And why it features a coconut tree? Because to me, it symbolizes the kind of strength that helps us to strive for. It doesn't resist the wind. It bends when it's needed. It adapts. Sometimes we have to learn to be flexible, to be able to adapt to circumstances. And it's never too late. It is a combination of different things: softness, kindness, adaptability, joy, strength. It is many things in it. So this collection has many things representing resilience with softness. The outside is strong, but the inside holds nourishment. Much like the emotional journey we go through sometimes. We are soft from inside, probably strong from outside. The same message this collection holds in each one of those pieces, in the elements that accompany these beautiful shapes, forms, and colors that you see. That is why the centerpiece of this collection, the coconut tree, that is a reminder that we can stand tall even after life has shaken us, especially in those darkest moments of our journey. You can find someone. In the midst of those tormentous thoughts, you have the power to find the calmness that those thoughts deserve, the compassion for yourself, for your thoughts, for your emotions. You and only you have that ability to reshape your destiny, your new person that you want to become, the person that is in you, the person that you have to allow to become. You have the ability to find peace, serenity. And it's at that moment that life is gonna allow you to bloom, to give you the permission that you need to becoming the person that you always wanted to be, but that you never allow you to become. Remember the colors I was mentioning: yellow, orange, blue, green, and this beautiful white that allows me to navigate throughout this whole composition. Remember those pigments, not just as pigments. Remember them as symbols to remind you that you are you, regardless your current situations, your past, the mistakes. That you are a beautiful flower that perhaps one day was lost in the desert, but that somehow that flower found water, found a beautiful greenery, around her or around him, around them. And now that flower is blooming in front of you. It's right there in your thoughts that you have to find your way back in that promised land that one day you dream about, but that day has become. And that day is today. And today you're gonna become that person that within yourself you have neglected, you have forgotten. And now, talking about everything but forgetting about the rain, I think I just got a rainy drop. So I'm gonna start moving my stuff inside, my painting, because I don't want to get wet, and I might have to finish up that painting at another time, because if you see outside, let me show you right now.
That's what I'm doing now. Just to kind of. It's so wet outside. You see? Look. It started raining